But how do we get here? How did President Trump win? And there's this line that's been running around that on the left saying, well, it wasn't really identity politics. They never ran on identity politics. And Jon Stewart's been saying this, and Bill Maher has been saying this, but she didn't run on identity politics. It's a lie. And so don't just take it from me. We've got James Carville here to explain it to you.
Now I saw Bill Maher, I saw Jon Stewart, I saw different people in. Did it hurt us? Of course it hurt us. And so Jon Stewart says, well, it couldn't have hurt because no Democrat ran on it. Of course they didn't run on it, because it was, even to the most clueless progressive that you could imagine by that time, they knew it was a disaster. So in order to escape any responsibility of what happened, they said, well, that stuff was never used in 2024. Well, you're wrong. It was used. See, in politics, in comedy, if you tell a bad joke, who gives a you just tell a bad joke and you throw the bad joke away. In politics, if you have a bad policy, particularly one as bad and stupid as this was, you may throw it away, but the other side gets to play. Understand that. This is a two-sided thing.
Wow, what a concept. So it turns out that they're actually wrong. And I just can't believe it. Jon Stewart and Bill Maher are lying? That these guys are actually a bunch of lib talking heads who didn't see it coming, who aren't going to tell you the truth. Look, I said it before about Jon Stewart, and he and I, we had our whole thing a couple of years ago. And look, at the end of the day, what did I just go back to what I was just talking about to when prophecy fails? Okay, go back to that and understand what these guys started preaching all the way back in like 2004, 20 years ago, is when the split started to happen, where it wasn't, I think this candidate is better because, no. It's that the Democrats became my team and the Republicans became your team. And this divide has gone on prior to that, or since that time rather, but prior to then, it wasn't like that. It was, we're all Americans, and I think this person's going to do a better job, or I think that person's going to do a better job. So, somebody might say, well, I think Clinton's going to do a better job, or I think Bush is going to do a better job. I think Gore's going to do a better job. But it wasn't like you defined your entire life, unless you were in politics, unless you were in that, you didn't define your entire ideology around politics the way we do now. Until Jon Stewart and Bill Maher came along, and that's exactly what millennials and a lot of Gen Xers did for 20 years. For 20 years! And they sat there and said, if you listen to those Republicans, you're stupid. Stupid people don't listen to Republicans. Stupid people only listen to Republicans. Only stupid people watch conservative media. Only stupid people read conservative books. Only stupid people would go along with those things. I'm not going to say, by the way, that the Bush administration didn't do stupid things. Obviously they did, and corrupt things, and Liz Cheney. But then who was it that decided to sidle up with Liz Cheney and the Bushes and Dick Cheney and all the warmongers? Well, that was Kamala Harris. And so this has been the biggest issue. And so when I was talking about when prophecy fails, one of the first things they say is they eliminate dissent. So the elimination of dissent. Well, go look at Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid. What are the last couple of things that they said? They said, this Thanksgiving, don't go to Thanksgiving with anyone who supported Trump. Don't do it. You can't be there. You can't be with them. Don't go around them. Don't even talk to them. Then they create social support groups. So what's a social support group? Well, that could be like Blue Sky, for example, or a chat group or a Facebook group, something where they're sitting in and they're just sharing this back and forth, this idea that no, it can't be us, it's them. They're the ones who are the problem. They're the ones who won't get on board with progressivism. They're the ones who don't want to upend all of society for racial and gender and all of these, other ideas. And you get people like And I'm just going to say it. Nancy Mace, who suddenly doesn't want trans in women's bathrooms, and yet she supported all this stuff up until like last year. Oh, and suddenly you're gonna act like it wasn't you. Sorry, no, you don't get to play that game. You don't get to play that game unless you want to come out and repudiate those things.